All right, we are live. Welcome, welcome, everyone.
Hello.
There we go. Okay, I have to turn my thing off here.
I need to
I need,
turn my sound off.
sound needs to go.
Well, my volume is down on my phone because I
Yeah.
have that playing on the side of me.
Yeah.
But my my notifications was on, and that still sends out things, and so I silenced that too.
Awesome. Well, I just have the one sound system, and so we would get lots of repeat performance. All right, so welcome, everyone. We're going to be doing a crochet along made by Pam and myself.
This one.
We're going to be making those lovely little slippers. So, what you need is two different colors of yarn and like a worsted weight yarn. So, I've got like brunette premium, and this was uh, Michael's 1 pound of love or some silly thing. And Pam has
A Red Heart Super Saver Hunter Green and a Red Heart Super Saver Burgundy.
So for this pattern, using two colors of yarn, we have to designate which is going to be A and which is going to be B. So I want this to be the outside sole of my slippers because I think the yellow would be too light. So then if this is going to be my what is it called? Sole color, then that's going to be B, I believe. Is that what you got out of the pattern, Pam? Yes. This is going to be my B color. So the pattern says, beginning at heel, you have to do one sole of A, one sole of B. This is for one slipper. So I put times 2 because you're going to have to do it twice.
Make it like 4 times.
Yeah, 4 soles. So it calls for the worsted weight yarn, which we've got, crochet hook size I or 9 or 5.5 millimeters.
Oh, that one's a J. There's my I.
Okay, so it says beginning at heel, chain 2. So we're going to chain 2 out of our B color.
So I got chain 2.
You know what? Let's see if I can put this right underneath the camera. Can everybody see this? Is that legible to you, Pam?
Yeah, and I've got my instructions right here too.
Okay, so now it says for round 1, and this is a round, not a row, right? So it says 8 single crochet in second chain from hook.
Yeah, so
then we do 8 single crochet into this one.
Yeah, I was able to figure that part out.
I'm doing it for our viewer audience.
Yes, because they need to know. Because maybe somebody will follow along. Can't remember what I just did because I got myself lost. Hold on.
So I hope those of you who are watching are having a lovely Saturday morning, enjoying a cup of coffee, and I'm glad you're here with us. If you have any questions, please put it in caps just so that we can see what we need to answer.
My yarn got hung up
Okay,
somewhere.
we can wait for you. And this is a 1970s pattern, correct, Pam?
Yes, the book is from the copyright on the book says 1970, 1972, 1974, and 1975.
Okay.
So I guess this is a 1975 with patterns from each of those. So it's like a
Can you hear that humming in the background?
not too much.
Okay. It's starting to thaw here, so the pump's running like the sump pump. So,
Oh yeah. My sister's well, my other house, but it's my sister's house. It's one that I own, but it's my sister's house.
yeah.
Only because I bought it so that she would have a place to stay to live. I
Yeah.
think I did 8. It's hard to tell.
I know it's a dark yarn. That's why I chose something a little bit lighter. My vision in the darker yarns aren't overly compatible lately, it seems.
I have a lighter yarn.
Well, we'll go around the next round and we'll find out if you've got the proper number. Yes,
Well,
no?
I think I need one more.
Okay.
Maybe. Well, all I was counting was 7 stitches. Okay. I think we're good.
All right. So now round 2 is chain 3, and then we're working in back loops.
Do we need to use a stitch marker on this at all?
No, because we will be joining rounds. Like sometimes you just do it in a spiral and you have to use a stitch marker. This one I wouldn't bother because you'll definitely be able to see where you're done.
Okay.
Okay? So it says working in the back loop. So those of you who are learning to crochet, it is the loop of the stitch in the previous row that is at the back away from you. So when you look at the top of this stitch, it's got a bit of a V. You use the back part of it. Okay?
Yeah.
So we're at chain 3 and then working in the back loop. We do 2 double crochet in each stitch around. That will give us 16 stitches plus the chain 3.
So we do like chain 3 going up.
Chain 3, that's our step up. Then we do it 2 double crochet in each stitch. Back loops only. See, I didn't even follow the directions that I'm teaching you or explaining it. Okay. It's -2 here today, right now. It is supposed to warm up, but my grandson is just got a job working at a ice cream stand, and he really wants us to come and visit him at work. So we're going in freezing weather for an ice cream after supper
Oh,
today.
fun. I got my first stitch done. And then, but you don't chain up 3 after each thing, or
What do you mean after each thing? After each
so I
round?
got my first double crochet, so my first 2 double crochets in the first loop.
Right. And then in the next loop, you do 2 more. You don't do another chain.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Okay.
I want to make sure I didn't need to chain 3 before each.
No,
Do.
that was just so that it would step up, like you know how you need
Yeah.
that. That was just your step.
Okay.
Oh,
So did Jan decide that she didn't want to join?
she is having all her family for pizza supper today,
Oh,
and she
fun.
worked. I think she worked 2 or 3 days last week. So since it's been such a busy week, she's going to the gym with her younger daughter this morning. So that it
Yeah.
just didn't work for her. And then this upcoming week, my brother wants to come out for a day, and I'm cooking, doing another mass cooking with my other friend. So, because she needs food in her freezer, so it's easier just for her and her dad to grab and go.
Yeah.
So, we did the 2 big pots of soup last week, and this week we're going to do beef stroganoff and hmm, can't remember the other one.
Sorry, you're waiting on me.
Oh no, that's fine.
Like I said, I'm a slow crocheter.
That's fine. I'm fine with it.
Okay. That's the thing, I don't really know where the starting point and where the ending point was.
Well, if you look, it will be your step up. You know what I mean? Like where the chain 3 was, it kind of. Can you hold it flat so I can see it, Pam?
Like
Or
this?
you can just count the stitches. How about you
Like
should have
the count the
the
chains going up?
double crochets that you just did. You should have 16 plus your chain 3 step up.
Well, I have 18, but
Okay, you need 16, so pull 2 back.
I need 16. I thought you said 18.
No, 16 because it was 8 single crochet that we started with, and then we did 2 stitches in each, so it should be 16.
Oh,
16 double or 16 double crochet and a chain 3 step.
oh, and then it causes that, and so that's probably where I started. Okay.
Right.
And now
Okay.
let's.
Yep, perfect. So now you're going to do a slip stitch in the top of the chain 3, and that is the join for the round.
Okay.
Okay. So that's round 2. Now we're on round 3. So it says chain 3, and then working in the back loops. Got your chain 3?
Yep, got 3.
Okay. Now working in the back loop, you do a double crochet in the next double crochet and then 2 in the next double crochet. So you do 1 in one stitch, 2 in the next stitch, 1 in one stitch, 2 in the next stitch.
Okay.
So it's still an increase row, but you're just doing it every other stitch where you're increasing in the back loops.
My hand felt a little weird.
And then you'll slip stitch in the top of the chain 3 to join it.
Okay. I'm almost there because I think it's right there where I
Okay,
started.
what you need is 24 double crochet and the chain 3 step up.
Okay. You can probably hear my kids in the background.
It's Saturday morning. They're home.
Yep. Almost there. I don't know what the heck I just did.
I don't know if there's somebody playing along, nobody's talking to us, or if they're just relaxing in the gallery having a cup of company, a cup of coffee and keeping us company.
Yeah. Oh, I know Lori's streaming right now too. So,
Yeah.
and so when you get to, let's see, I think I still have one more to go. Let me double. Okay. I got 24.
Okay, so then you join it with a slip stitch in the top of the chain 3.
No. Oh, here comes my son.
Mom,
What, buddy?
I'll tell you, Mom, my dad goes on my side today. Not
Uh-oh.
What
What is he complaining about? I'm done with this computer. Okay, I got my slip stitch.
Okay.
Oh, you're on a live stream?
Mm-hmm. With Kim,
Hi, Kim.
Hiya.
my daughter.
Nice to meet you. Love the hair. Let me see your hair. Oh, I used to have hair like that. It glowed under fluorescent lights, but that was before people did that to their hair. Boy, did I get looks, but I love it.
Mama,
Cool.
I actually have 3 different colors in it currently.
Cool.
So is it supposed to bowl like that?
It does. It does. It's not flat.
Okay, I was just
not-
making sure that it's supposed to bowl like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we're supposed to do chain 3 and then turn.
Okay. She's helping me with the pair of slippers that this one right here. Okay, so I got the chain 3 and then we flip it.
Yeah, turn it. Now it says double crochet in each of the next 7 double crochets. So we have to do 7 double crochets.
Okay.
And it doesn't say back loop.
So it's just regular.
Yeah.
Doing this so I can go back and be able to look at it if I have any questions.
Yeah.
Mom. Mom.
What, buddy?
Can I tell that one that the when I find
What'd you do to your computer?
No, tell that it. Okay. I cannot tell that it. Okay, Mom.
Okay, 1 minute.
99 cents.
Yep, you're right. You know how to tell how much money something is, huh?
And you take 99.
So you do 7 double crochets.
Mom,
And
100.
you have your
100
step up, right?
Yeah.
Mom, 100 plus 100 equals.
Oh, I need one more.
Mom,
What, buddy?
you know what 100 plus 100 equals?
What?
200.
Oh, you're right. Okay,
And you know what 100 plus 800 equals?
so you have your step up 3. You got
Mom!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Right. Okay.
Mom!
So now we chain
Mom!
3 and turn.
You crochet 3.
Chain 3 and turn. Yeah.
Okay.
So it says skip first double crochet and then double crochet in the next 6.
So we skip this first loop here and go to this loop.
Yeah.
Mom! Mom! That's so easy. Come on, look. Making me out of 8. You don't know, Apple? 2. You do one more, right?
You watched part of
Mom!
I think it was Dana's stream that Beth and Becca were on.
Last night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they invited Kellyanne on.
Yeah, I saw that. She got her 250. That's off.
Yeah.
Great.
Because Becca shared her out.
Yeah.
Put a post on her community tab.
Mom!
Yeah.
What? Mom, do you love quickies? That's good.
Okay, and then, well, I'm at where I did the chain up.
Okay.
Mom,
So you should have. Hey, Miriam, welcome. We're making slippers. So you do one in that top of the chain up. You do a double crochet in the top of the chain up.
Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then your 3 makes 7.
Mom!
Okay.
Mom!
All right.
So you should have, if you're including your chain 3 step up,
Now,
you should have
1 minute. 1 minute. I'm so sorry. I'll be right back.
Yep. It is a slippery job. They're wonderful little slippers. Pam showed a picture earlier in the video. They've got a nice little ruffly kind of thing at the top, and you do a chain with both colors that you use to make the slippers so that it's like a drawstring, and you do a bow. They're very cute. Very cute. The biggest part is that you have to do 4 of the sole pieces. Yeah, I thought that they'd be nice and cozy. My studio is in the basement, so the floor is bare concrete, and I find that my feet get chilly down here. So I like to have a pair of slippers on. These ones will be mine. Okay. So Pam, if you count, including the chain 3, there should be 8 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
No. Now the first row had 8.
Yeah. And the second row should have 8 as well. Did you miss one right at the beginning?
Well, you
'Cause it
told
said,
me to skip the first.
yeah, that was the one that you built the chain out of. See, if you look, so that's my chain 3, and it's right on top of that very first stitch. So then you go into the next stitch. You're skipping the one that,
I probably did this wrong then, right?
yeah, you just need to add one more stitch. Pull it back, and
So pull it all the way back.
you know what? How
Or
fussy
can,
you could just do another stitch where you are, and it'll be fine. Seriously.
because I'm like, I got pretty narrow feet. I don't know if I'm gonna need all that, but I can adjust it later. Okay.
Do a double.
I did the 2 in the same
Okay.
stitch, but
Okay.
we got all right now.
So now it says chain 3 and turn.
Okay.
So you repeat this row to 7 rows from the beginning for small, 8 for medium, and 9 for large. So you have to decide what size pattern that you're doing. So right now that was row 2. This is going to be row 3. And you just do the same thing, 8 stitches across, and that's including your step up chain.
Okay.
So it should be the chain 3 and 7 double crochets. How have you been, Miriam? Are you going to do a crochet along with us? Are you just visiting? I'm glad you're here.
Oops. Okay, I have a total of 8 lines. And so you chain 3 up and do another row, right?
Yeah. Oh, nice, Miriam. Oh, I'm glad you're having your company coming. That's really exciting. And streams are always fun. And you seem to have it down to a science when you're doing your streams. So I have every faith that it's going to go just the way you planned. I'd be so excited if my family came, if I hadn't seen them in that length of time. Oh, good. Yeah, it's fun doing a crochet along. I have so many old crafting magazines from the 70s and 80s that I was thinking of maybe doing a throwback Thursday where we flipped through and then found something that we'd like to make together and then do like a crochet along or a macrame along or whatever it was. How's it going, Pam?
Going okay. Got like 5 rows, I guess.
They're a two-tone slipper, Miriam. So this is what I dragged out of my bin. So I'm doing that in the pale yellow and the gray. That would be a nice combination. I don't have that much yarn left after doing the big Afghan that I did. We don't need you in there. Thanks. This ball of wool, um, it was a 1 pound ball, and I was using it, but it was so knotted and broken in the middle that I just pulled it all and made a ball out of it. But very annoying. Nice, soft yarn though. And I have a red like this, but it's not quite. Um, it didn't have all the breaks in it that this does. Oh, that would be awesome, Miriam. No, I don't know that channel. Would you be able to share it with me in Messenger or something, please? Or just give me the name so I can take a look, see?
Okay, I think I'm not going to do another section in between. So
Well,
I'm
no,
ready to go with the top.
okay. So then you've got 7 rows. I did 8 because I'm doing a size medium. Okay? So that's what all this means is if you do the 7 rows that you just did, that's a small lady slipper.
Yeah.
If you do 8, it's a medium, and 9 would be large. I'm doing the
Yeah.
medium. Okay. So now for the next 2 rows, they're both decrease rows. So you decrease 1 double crochet at the beginning and end of each row. So
Okay, so
to
you get to
decrease,
the end. Do you chain 3 going up for the
this one I would chain 2 going up and then do a double crochet in the
am
next.
I?
Wait,
Oh, okay. So we're
right?
doing decrease. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So I will show you how I chain 2. Yarn over, go into the next stitch, and you pull them off as one
Well,
stitch.
but I didn't turn it. So
Oh, yeah, got to turn. Sorry.
you chain 2, yarn over.
And just do a regular double crochet. That's your decrease on the beginnings.
Okay.
So then you go across,
So
leaving
you do double crochet going all the way across.
not all the way, because when you get to the end, you have to decrease at that end. So you go 5 double crochet stitches, 5 across, and then you've got the 1 double crochet and the chain 3. That one we're going to do a decrease in.
Okay, I have 5 double crochets, but then I have my chain 2 up.
Then you should have, 5 double crochets in the chain 2 up. Now to do a decrease, I'm going to stand up so that I'm really getting close to the camera, but in the light. You do your yarn over and you go into the next stitch as you would for a double crochet. You pull up the loop and you only go off the first 2. Did that make sense to you? So pull up the loop for the double crochet, and then you only go through the first 2. You don't do the second 2. You leave the second 2 there.
Okay.
Then you go into the next, the top of the chain 3.
Do we yarn over or?
Yeah, yarn over, top of the chain 3. Pull up your loop and go off the first 2 loops.
Okay.
And then you go through all 3 loops. And that makes 2 crochet into 1.
Okay.
So that's your decrease. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches across. 6 top loops across.
Well, I have 7 bars.
You should have 8 bars. That's including your chain 2.
Oh, I have 8 bars, yeah.
Okay. So now you're going to chain 2 again and turn. And we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next stitch. So that it looks kind of like a V again. So it looks like 1 stitch.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do 3 double crochet across. No, 2 double crochet, I lied. And then we're going to decrease the last 2 stitches. So that's pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, go through those 2 loops, and then where we decreased with the chain stitch, we go into there and pull it up. So across the top, we should have 4. Where are you? Which camera? There should be 4.
Well, that don't make sense.
Does that not make sense? Okay.
But doesn't it?
So you do your chain 2 and 1 double crochet. So that's like a decrease,
Yeah.
right? Then
Yeah, I did my chain 2 and the 1 double crochet.
No. You do the chain 2 and the 1 double crochet. Then you do double crochet in the next of the 2 stitches. There's no chains in there. You do 2 double crochet.
So I did my 2 double crochets after. No, I did 3.
Yep, there would be 3 double crochets.
Well, there's actually 4.
Well, no, that chain 2 is now doesn't exist.
Yeah, but I'm not counting that. When I count my bars, I've got 4. So I have too many, right?
Yeah.
Is that right? When I count my bars, I've got my 2 here, my chain 2. I got that double crochet, and then I have
Okay.
those.
So
is that right?
Chain 2, double crochet, 2 double crochet. Yeah. And what have you got left?
Well, then I guess I
Okay.
have an extra
Got
bar.
1 too many because you've got. I can't. Let me see
Okay.
again. Sorry. Move
I just took that out.
this the
Okay, I have my chain 2.
Yeah.
And then my double crochet.
Yeah.
And then you said 2 double crochets after.
2 double crochet. Yeah. 1 in each of the next 2 stitches.
Yeah.
So this is what you should have looking at the end. Where's my camera? A double crochet, and then this was a decrease. That was the chain 2, right? So that counts as 1 stitch. So you should have this stitch and this stitch left to do.
Well, I have still have this, and this left.
Okay, let's pull this back to where we did the first row of decrease. Pull it back. Just pull back the rows so that you've got 7 rows done. Thank you, Miriam.
Okay. So go back to our chain 2, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
We chain 2.
Uh-huh.
Now that would we had been using it a chain 3 as our step up, right?
Yeah.
So now by chaining 2, this stitch doesn't exist anymore.
Okay.
So we double crochet in the next stitch. And you see how it's kind of got a bit of a point to it? It looks like it's been decreased by 1.
Like that.
Okay. So now we double crochet in 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches.
After your first double crochet?
Yeah.
So there'll be like 5 double crochets.
Yeah.
Okay, I have my
So you should have
5
the
double crochets.
okay, now you should have a double crochet and the chain 3 left to do.
Yeah.
Okay. So you yarn over, you pull up a loop in the top of the double crochet.
And then you go into your
No.
no.
You pull up the loop, then you work off 2 loops like you normally would, leaving 2
Yeah.
loops on the hook.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay. Then you go on the top of the chain 3,
Mm-hmm.
you pull up a loop.
And you pull all the way through.
No, you pull off 2 because there was 5 on the hook. You pull off 2 and then you pull off 3. So you've got another V with just 1 stitch at the top. So
Okay, so
you should have at the top of the row, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches to work in.
so you do your you pull through the 2. You
Yeah.
go back in your so do you do like a double crochet going back into the chain?
Yeah, you do a yarn over.
But then I only have 4.
No, yarn over, pull up a loop.
Yeah.
So you had the 2 from your first double crochet. Now you've pulled up the loop and you've got 4.
Yes.
Okay, then you go off 2.
You just chain off 2?
You pull off 2 and now you go through the 3.
So yarn over and then pull off the 3.
No yarn over. Pull off the 2. Now you should have 3. Yep, now go off all 3. So now you've just made 2 double crochets into 1. That's a decrease. Do you see how it kind of does a V with just 1 stitch at the top?
Yeah.
So that's a decrease. So now you should have across the top of that row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches that you will be working into.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we do the same thing for the next row. We chain 2, turn,
Okay.
do a double crochet in the next stitch. Then we do 2 double crochets.
Okay.
And then we do a decrease in the last stitches, right? So you go
So I
yarn,
have like two areas left.
yep. So you yarn over, pull up the loop, work off 2,
Okay.
yarn over, go into the very last stitch, pull up a loop,
Okay. So I have 4
yeah.
on my hook.
Then you work off the first 2, right? So you pull the yarn
Okay.
through 2, and then you pull the yarn through 3.
Okay.
That's a decrease. So now when you look at the top of your slipper, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches to work in.
Yeah.
Okay. So it doesn't say it on here. It just says single crochet the 4 stitches. I always do a chain 1 step up. It's just so chain 1, turn, and do 4 single crochet. 1 in each stitch across.
Did I do that right? That's like undid my stitches. Whoops.
Guess if I had a plain white piece of paper, that would show better. Maybe it'll just show better here. Wow, that's long.
Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Okay. So now I would put that against your foot to make sure it's long enough.
Oh, I know it's long enough because I have a sample that my mom. Well, but now we're working this toe section. So
Now we cut this off. We end this. The toe section is a totally separate piece. It's not connected to this at all yet.
okay.
So you end this off.
So we cut it.
Yeah. So now you need to make another one of these in the other color or this color, whichever you decide, because it's a double thickness sole.
Yeah. Okay.
So the toe piece is like the top on a moccasin, like the vamp that goes on top of the foot.
Okay.
So that's worked completely separately, and it's done exactly the way you did the first 3 rows here with the rounds and the circles,
Okay.
right? So you would take whichever color you want on top as the alternate color, which is going to be this gray for me because you use size B or B, use B. Oh, I lied with A. But it doesn't matter. Whichever one you want on top of the toe, that's the one you use.
Yeah, like here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're working on now. That's a
Oh,
totally separate piece.
okay.
See, it says for the top, with A, work toe section as for the heel section through round 3 and end. Put aside. So whichever color you want that to be, we do the first 3 rounds like
So it would be just like we did for the heel.
exactly like we did for
Exactly like we did for the heel.
Yep. So we chain
Okay.
2, 8 single crochet in the second chain from hook. Okay, let's put your glasses on, Kim.
Did our 8 chains, then we do our move up 3, right?
Yeah. And then you do 2 stitches in each round, so you end up with 16 double crochets plus your chain 3.
Oh, Miriam says she sent you the link.
Yes. Thank you, Miriam. I will definitely check that out. I'd like to see what they crocheted in the 1800s.
You know, in 200 years, they'll say that same thing. Wonder what they crocheted in the year
Yeah.
3000. It's just they just didn't have the technology that we have now.
No, they certainly did not. And I mean, a lot of the crochet hooks back then were made out of ivory and whalebone. Because I have a pair of my grandmother's knitting needles, and I don't know if they're ivory or whalebone. Hi, Jean. Welcome, welcome.
Hi,
We
Jean.
we are crocheting slippers.
It's a pattern from the 70s. Because I found this neat book, well, magazine, at my local thrift shop a couple weeks ago. And look, I scanned through it. Let's see, it's this book. I scanned through it and decided that when I was scanning through it that I wanted to make that pair of slippers. That's the one reason why I got the magazine. But they also have other slippers in there too that I want to try to make. So it's a crochet and knitting magazine.
Nice. So now you join it if you've got your 16 double crochets and your chain.
I must have done something wrong because I only have 13.
Oh, you're supposed to double crochet in each one around. Did you skip a couple?
I don't know.
I'm
It's
bad.
possible. It looks a little weird. So, all right, got to start over.
Okay, all's good. These are actually women's slippers.
Like if I made slippers for my grandbabies, they would just be with fabric.
Yeah. Although,
Because I have patterns for baby slippers, baby booties.
I thought a really cute sewing set, because I did used to sew and sell it at local farmers markets and stuff. But I found that a really cute baby set was booties, bonnet, bib, and blanket. And they matched all the same fabric. It was a really cute little set. I thought it'd be great for baby showers and things. Do they even use bibs on babies anymore?
Yes, they do.
Good.
I know they do because my son sends me pictures all the time and his son is wearing a bib.
Nice. Saves them from being wet all the time from drooling.
Oh, yeah. My 10-year-old nephew still needs a bib sometimes.
Yeah.
He won't wear one, though.
No.
I must be doing this wrong. I shouldn't have that big of a hole, but it's okay. I need one more. Okay.
So then you join it in the top of the chain 3.
Well, I had to start back over from scratch, so Now
Oh,
I gotta do my double crochets because I had screwed up.
okay. All's good. All's good. What you working on, Jean? You still doing baseboards and trimming things? Or is that all done? And are you getting to put the house back together yet? Yeah, we had snow. We had a lot of snow yesterday. It was really wet and heavy snow. Kind of melted in the afternoon because we did get a bit of sun in the afternoon. Still working on your bee journal? I don't know what kind of journal I'm working on. I've got those two cat ones that I really, really, really have to get finished. Maybe that's what I'll work on this afternoon. Then I started doing, Janet Nash did a journal thing with all envelopes. So I've been working on just a little one of those. And then I really haven't been doing too much. I did the bookmarks yesterday on my live. Aside from that, just some doodling. Pam's the one that's been really busy making pants and installing lights and things.
Yeah, almost electrocuting myself.
Yeah, I saw that. And it's like, oh no.
No, I didn't though. There was just sparks,
That's,
so I didn't feel a thing.
well, that's good. But sparks are still enough.
Yeah, it was a little astonishing. And then my son was screaming. He's like, "Mom, my computer just shut down." I'm like, "I'm so sorry."
Janet is wonderfully creative. And she's got such a relaxed way about going thing. What? Relaxed way about her for going what she's doing. That it's just calm, very calm. Her stitched mushrooms? I don't know that I can be that calm. Something will tweak my interest and I get all excited and I kind of bounce like a 2 year old or something. Oh, Pamela's Mushroom House. Yeah, that was really cute.
Yeah, I just did that with the 3D pen.
You know, I'd really like to get a 3D printer. My kid has been bugging us to get a 3D printer so she could play with it, of course.
Yeah, my son had been bugging me too, and I'm like, we barely use what we have. Why get something else?
Yeah,
But you know how they are.
I do. I do. I mean, my daughter doesn't even live here. She's got kids of her own, right? Like, she just wants us to get the printer so she can come over and play at my place.
Well, yeah.
But I've got enough hobbies and things. Like, I'm sure Ron wouldn't mind a printer, but I don't think I would need one. Unless I wanted to do creepy doll heads or something.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I messed up somewhere on here, but it's okay. We'll just leave it what it is.
Okay, so then we join it. And so the next round we chain 3, single crochet in the first, no, double crochet in the first double crochet.
So we like slip stitch it closed, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Chain 3. And this also is an increase row. So we're going to double crochet in one, 2 double crochet in the next. So we've got 24 stitches around.
Yes.
Well, I guess I should be on screen, right? Sorry.
And you're still waiting for me.
It's okay. I just want to know how far you want to go. If you want to do the whole slipper, then we have to make another sole.
Oh, I screwed up. Said we're supposed to have 24.
Yeah.
Counted it, and I had like 26.
Oh, you got an extra stitch.
Okay, now I have 24.
Okay, so you join it with the slip stitch in the top of the chain 3. And you end it.
So we cut the string.
Yeah, end it. Put it aside.
That all pretty. Okay.
Okay, so are we making the whole slipper? In which case we have to make another sole.
Kind of want to know how to finish it off with those sides. So
Yeah, or you know what? We could do it with a single sole and then you
no,
know.
you can do it with a single sole. That's okay.
Okay,
It's just practice, because then I can perfect it later.
okay, works for me. So we did that to the top. We're good to there.
Okay.
So it says put 2 soles together, folding B inside, but that is whatever. Okay, so we'd have them together, right? So we have to single crochet all the way around in this the next color. I got a knot way down there in my yarn, and it's not going to come. It's okay. So we're going to do a slip knot like we would to start, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. So we're working along the heel. Um,
Okay.
It doesn't tell us where to start. Put two soles together, holding B inside towards you. Join B at heel. Okay, I'm going to do it.
I guess starting at the heel.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to do it in the middle of the back or the side. You know what? I'm going to do it right at the middle of the back of the heel.
Okay.
So I'm going to go into the stitch, pull up a loop, and
So
then,
we have our string on the
yeah,
hook, right?
yeah. So we go in, we pull up that loop, do a loop through, and
Like that.
let me just see. I pull my loop in, like there's my knot still here. So I've just got the knot.
Yeah.
Then I just do like a chain over it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then do a single crochet in that stitch.
In the same stitch?
Yeah.
Or
Nope, the one that you just joined everything in.
I must have done something wrong because that did not stay. Okay. So like that.
Yeah. It's holding now. Yes. So it says, so you would, if you were doing both your soles together, you would be going through both layers at once.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, Single crochet in each double crochet of heel.
Single crochet.
So we're going to go in
So
all the way.
basically in each stitch we do a single crochet
Right.
going around.
Right.
Okay.
And
I
this,
think I can get that. I'm using a totally different color so
yeah,
that I can see my stitches.
yeah,
Plus, I think these colors go good together.
they do. So when you get to the side, you're going to do 2 stitches down each row.
So, not like what I'm doing. I need to double it up
Yeah, when you're on the side stitches, you need to do 2 stitches in that.
in each section. Okay.
Yeah, Jean, I've been crocheting for a very long time too. I started when I was 9. So I've
Well,
had,
I started crocheting when I was that young too, but I didn't continue. I have a blanket, an Afghan I started
hey, Jan.
years and years ago.
Welcome, welcome, Jan. We're
Hi,
working
Dan.
on the sides of this, on the slippers. We got the soles done, but only single sole because we're just practicing.
Because we can perfect it, she just teaches me what I need to do.
Only one of my kids crochets, Jean, and I didn't even teach her because she's left-handed and I frustrated her evidently. So hey, at least she learned from somebody because she had the interest, and my other daughter has zero interest in learning. How was the gym, Jan? My other daughter is right-handed, so I don't think I would have trouble teaching her, but she's the one with no interest. Jim was good, good.
At one point, my kids showed an interest. I tried, and there's like, Mom, I just can't do this. It's too difficult. Their hand coordination just wasn't quite right.
Yeah. Are you around the toe yet?
I'm up there.
Okay, so I guess I'm going to pull mine back to explain. So you've done your 2 single crochet up that double crochet. So I would do one on the side and then one on the top because you've got to do the side and the top. Does that make sense?
I don't know. I probably didn't even do this right. Does it look right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll just keep going.
So then you go in all the single crochets, the 4 single crochets at the top.
Yeah.
And then you have to go into the side of the single crochet and then work down the other side, right? 2 in the double crochet rows, the sideways ones,
Okay.
just like we did the other side. Nice. That's really excellent, Jean. What's he popping?
I don't know. I can look. What are you popping, buddy? Well, he's playing a little game that has a like car going through it.
Oh, okay.
He's pumping it. I don't know.
No, I was just curious because it's like, I wonder what he's popping.
Or my
Did I
daughter.
give you bubble wrap?
Or my daughter's playing a game that's popping.
Ah,
So I have quite an interesting setup up there. Each kid has their own computer.
okay.
So they can all be playing all at the same time.
Nice. Saves on the in-house fighting for whose turn it is.
Yes. I guess you could say my kids are a little spoiled.
No, I wouldn't say they're spoiled. I would say that you know how to keep the stress level down to a low roar.
That's one way to put it, huh?
Because really, you've got kids at home, you're busy, and You don't need the fighting.
Nope.
So it's just a stress release for, like, stress saver.
Wow.
And it's all set up on a like a little like desk type bench type thing. So I have a row that goes across the wall
Yeah.
that has all the computers on it, and then
Okay.
we have a bench um that we can put all the toys in. We have a bench that has all the toys and stuff in it. That they all sit on going across the computers.
Oh, excellent.
And most of it was made out of pallet wood.
Hey, use what you've got.
Exactly. I went and gathered up pallets from people that were giving them away
Yeah.
and
And a
gathered
lot
them up and used them.
a lot of it's still in really good shape.
Oh, yeah.
True, Miriam. I found a really cool recipe for a cinnamon roll cake or something. And so you do the batter and you put it in, and then you do a cinnamon, brown sugar, and margarine mix, and it's quite runny. And you pour it over the cake and you swirl it and you bake it, and it's just like cinnamon rolls with half the um, work. So my kids were over for supper on Wednesday, and it was so nice that I could bake that and then send it all home with them. So we each got a little piece, and they took it home, and they're still all alive and they're happy. Jan's daughter bakes incredibly well. Can do, Jan. Yeah, me too, Jean. Except now that they're a little bit older, I only have one that will do the real sugar zone. The other three are definitely teenagers, and they're very health conscious. Like, they read labels, they'll still have a pop and stuff, but it's they really are conscious of the amount of sugar and salt intake they have. And they eat very healthy. Have you got to the end, Pam? Back to where we
Yeah.
started?
So now it says slip
Slip
stitch.
stitch into that stitch. So now if you had both of those, the soles would be together.
Yeah.
Okay. So now on round two, it says chain two, and half double crochet in front loop of each single crochet around. So
Okay.
now we're working in the front loops, and we're doing half double crochets all the way around. Well, it's not that they don't love their junk. It's, I mean, they can inhale a bag of potato chips in seconds, right? But they'll stop at so much. It's other things that they watch, and they eat an awful lot of fresh vegetables. I'm so glad I have a garden, because they go through the veggies like crazy. No, I don't suppose she has with the Fiona. Jen, is Fiona walking? Yeah, I have a 17-year-old and a 14-year-old and a 12-year-old grandsons. And oh my word, they can put it away. They've all got hollow legs. And the 17-year-old works construction and he's 6'2". So it's like it's a good thing I like to cook large. Oh, excellent, Jan. Yep, definitely. And play video games. They come here to play video games.
That's why my nephew comes over is to play the PS4.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a yes, they have to use the tablets or the phones or whatever,
Yeah.
but they didn't have internet in their house until just a couple months ago. My daughter didn't want them in front of the screen all the time, so they're both really avid readers and they work out and whatever. Um, so they would come over here because I would let them play video games.
They're like, let's go to grandma so we can play on the devices.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they still phone and ask if they can come for a weekend. So can't complain. It's not often your teenage grandsons want to come and hang out with grandma.
Yeah.
And they just also know they'll be well fed.
They're probably not very picky eaters either, I guess.
Nope. No.
Which is good because
Well,
they can be super picky.
the youngest of them all doesn't like anything spicy, and everybody else likes things pretty spicy. So I always cook separate dishes just for him.
Yeah.
Like Wednesday when they were over, I made curry for the majority of us, and he had roasted potatoes and farmer sausage and corn and naan. Like he had to have some of the bread, of course. And it's funny because he loves the smell of curry. He just can't do the spice. Yeah. Yeah. My eldest grandson, the 17-year-old, played all the sports: football, basketball, baseball, hockey. The 14-year-old is more of a reader and he does personal training, like he does push ups and chin ups and weights, that kind of thing. That he's um, and he works on cars with his dad. So, different than the eldest. And the youngest is into music, cars, and riding his bike all over the places on that bike. So, yeah. But no, my daughter didn't have any TV. Like she had a TV so they could watch movies, and she never restricted really what they watch movie wise, but she just didn't want them sitting in front of the TV all the time. So no Netflix or YouTube or anything until lately. And yeah, so I mean those kids they go camping every weekend. They're kids.
Very ambitious.
So I'm looking forward to them being here this summer for a bit because we want to haul in more dirt. We've got a low spot in the yard and it has a tendency to retain water. I love hearing that. That's like my youngest. It's just noise covered with skin.
Just kind of super excited.
Yeah.
It would sound different if they were angry at each other.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
And sometimes my kids are hard for people to understand. But they're all in speech therapy at school.
Yeah.
They're all on IEPs in school. An IEP is an individualized education plan.
Yeah. I used to create those.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Just have to figure out what kind of interests to help them learn and how they learn best, right?
Yep.
I worked with one young man and um, he could retain things much better if he read them. So if you were giving him instruction in anything, you would have to write it down so that he could read it and then he could do it. He didn't do very well with verbal direction.
Okay.
So that was a real learning curve because you're so used to saying, well, it works better if you do it this way. When you have to write it down, it takes longer. But for some reason, that was just him.
Yeah.
So the first, part of school, people were frustrated because they didn't think he was catching on to anything. And he did struggle.
Yeah. Well, my daughter struggled with reading for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
They kept suggesting that, like, you know what, she's just not catching on. Do we need to consider holding her back? And I'm like, no. She will catch on.
Yeah.
She will catch on. I was a slow reader. It took me that extra time. And then after I caught on, I soared.
Yeah.
So this year, she is like really caught on to reading. Granted, she's in third grade.
Yeah.
And she really struggled the other years. But the thing is, with kindergarten was 2020.
Yeah.
So for her, of course. But they also did testing at my request.
Yeah.
Well, they offered. I'm like, yes, please. And she is on the spectrum. So it's like, well, that's understandable. Why she would be slower at reading is because kids with autism, they learn differently. But
They do.
every kid learns differently. So,
Exactly. And two, I mean, if she had an interest, this is the other thing that I found. If she had, say, an interest in something, working on motors, whatever, right? That if you gave her reading material for that, she would catch on faster because that is her interest,
yeah.
right? So it doesn't matter what kind of stuff they read, be it comics, be it shampoo bottles, be it whatever. If that's their interest, it's going to help them. So that's, a big part of helping them with the reading piece of it.
And she still struggles with math.
Yes.
Math is her downfall. She has a really hard time remembering the math stuff.
Yeah. Does she learn better visually? Like if you had, say, 8 blocks and she had to subtract 5, would
Yeah,
that
she
be,
could do that.
is that like more visual than just the numbers themselves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now they're working on division and times tables.
Yeah.
And she struggles with the subtraction and addition. So,
Yeah. But I mean, if you're doing visuals, like it really does help.
yeah.
Even if you're using like buttons or
And back to where I started.
okay, so that was round
I guess
2.
that was
Round 2.
okay.
So round 3 is the same thing. Front loop around and join.
So, chain 2
Chain 2.
and half double crochet around the loop of each.
Yeah. Front loop of each.
Okay.
Math is supposed to be, so they say, much more difficult for girls than boys to catch on to. I always did well in math until it came to geometry. And I mean, I loved algebra, but geometry I struggled with because when we were learning the basics, I wasn't at school for 2.5 weeks. So I just could never wrap my head around geometry stuff.
So, I was in high school. I took the math that was absolutely required.
Yeah.
And that was basically 10th grade. They required you to have a certain math class. I took that class, and then I'm like, no more math. I'm done.
Yeah.
I got my required. I'm not taking it anymore.
Yeah.
I had other things I was doing. I didn't want to do math.
Of course. I mean, as long as you can count out your money, balance your checkbook,
Exactly.
you know, and helps with reading a recipe.
Yep.
Okay. Kimberly. Is he your loudest?
Timo?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
They take turns?
Yeah. He's playing with the dog kennel right now.
Ah. You still have puppies?
Yeah, we do. Like 2 of them are supposed to go to an adoption event today at
Okay.
the pet store with like a she's a lady with the rescue
Okay.
thing, and she offered to take the puppies to this adoption event at the pet store to see if they can find a new home.
Yeah.
So I told my daughter that she needs to make sure she gives those puppies a bath before the lady gets here.
Oh, yes.
Like, you don't want to send them to an event all dirty.
No.
You want them to be clean and smell good.
And cutesy, right?
I don't know how well you can make a black lab golden retriever mix cutesy. Now my brother's wife,
Mom,
they have a
Mom,
golden doodle that
Mom,
had puppies. They make
Oh,
them look all cutesy.
yeah.
Mom.
What?
Can you put the puppy in?
I want to bring the puppies in.
No, tell me to do it.
Why would she want to do it?
I don't want to make the puppy didn't die.
Why?
Yeah, but
You think they need to come inside?
no, you didn't think that they need don't
Well,
die.
she needs to go ask Brianna.
Okay. No, do it. Mom told me that you don't have banana. The mom said nothing. Banana. Why? Okay, I'm done. And that's it.
You know what I find funny, ladies?
What?
With Jan saying that she struggled at math and Jean said that she didn't like math. It's amazing how creative you guys are. Like, you definitely think with the right side of your brain because math is left side, right? No? Which way is that? It's one of the two, right? So it's really interesting that math wasn't.
Well, I learned what I needed to learn. I know the
Yeah.
basics, but
Yeah. Well, exactly.
I don't want to be a mathematician by all means.
No. Yeah, killed my theory, sort of. But math is one part of the brain and it's more logical, whereas creativity is the other half of the brain, right? So it's just really interesting that you guys are all, creative brained. I like that. I like math too, Miriam.
Math is okay, but trying to understand it all the time, it gives me a headache.
Yeah.
I was trying to help my son with his math the other day. They were trying to find the volume and area of prisms.
Oh,
And so they gave the area of the prism, but he needed to find the volume. And they only gave like one measurement on the side of the prism.
okay.
And I was like, how are we supposed to figure this out? Because to find the volume, you have length times width times height.
Right.
Well, they only gave one measurement and then they gave the area. And my husband's like, yeah, because the area is already taken 2 of those measurements for you. And combining those. So now you just need to take that measurement and times it by the other measurement and you get your volume. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we did. So hopefully he got it right, because he doesn't usually have to bring home homework, because the school would rather have him do it in class.
Right.
Just because he is, they know how many kids I have,
Yeah.
and the struggles of trying to get everybody through their homework would be absolutely ridiculous.
Right.
Because I have 2 other kids that regularly get homework that they have to do. Like
Yeah.
my daughter brings home like a homework page like every single day. Or
Wow.
sometimes 2, and I'm like, what the heck? Come
Yeah.
on. And my son, he just brings home his homework folder on Mondays, and it has to go back on Thursdays.
Oh, that's not bad.
So it's usually like a reading, like a spelling sort type thing for their spelling. And sometimes they have a math page, but
Okay.
most of it's done in school. And if he ends up missing a day, they send a packet home with a couple of things that he needs to do that they did in school. But
He's got more than one day to do it then, right?
yes,
Well, that's nice.
but they do give good leeway for my daughter with her work, because she is on an IEP.
Right.
And her teacher told her, like, well, if you at least do a couple of the problems on each page, on each section, you don't have to do the whole page. But if you at least get some of them done, we're good with that.
Yeah.
So there was some that I'm like, I have no idea. Um, and I'm tired of working with this. So you're just going to turn it in like it is.
Yeah.
So we pretty much got all of her math work done
That's
that
good.
she was behind on. She still needs to get her. She reads every night,
Yeah.
and I read books to the kids, and she usually listens in, because I read them to the boys. And
Right.
I ask her if she wants a separate story, and she's like, "No, I'll read on my own."
Well, that's
And I
good.
go, "Okay."
That's good.
And I buy her, like, every once in a while, I'll see a book. Like, if I'm thrifting, I'll see a book that I think she'll like. I'll get it.
Yeah.
But I'm doing good. I haven't been to the thrift store in a while. I'm keeping that grounding, so
That's good. That's
at least
doubly.
from the thrift store.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I did go to Dollar Tree the other day, because I was trying to see if they had any of those little silicone mats like they had before. Um, and I guess, and I couldn't find one. I'm like, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to find wherever I misplaced the one that I already have.
What's the silicone mat for? Is it like a cutting
I was
board
gonna
or?
use it for the 3D pen thing,
Oh, right. Okay.
because I was I could just do it straight on this, but I don't want to like
No.
accidentally warp it or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was doing it on a piece of paper, but then it kind of sticks to the paper also. So I guess I got to the hill and just kept going. So I don't. Well, maybe that was where I needed to go. Okay. Yeah, I think that was the beginning one. So
If you find it easier to mark your start point, by all means, loop a piece of yarn in there.
yeah, I'm gonna end up doing that on the next, when on the actual one that I actually do correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
So
then
you have it, and then you do the
it says
slip stitch.
join, and we flip it to the right side. So we turn it I don't know which is the right side, which is the wrong side because I'm
But
just
we
going
only
to
have the
yeah.
one color.
So I'm just going to assume that that's it. So holding the right side of the toe toward you, join A on any stitch on outer edge of toe. Can I just see the picture? I need to see the picture. Okay, so I don't know which is A and which is B. And you know what? I'm thinking that it's the same color as the toe itself. Because we're not cutting this color off of here. We're going to be using that. So I'm assuming that whatever color we put on the top of the toe is what's going to be the one we join. Okay. So holding the right side of the toe towards you. I don't know if you look at your work, if you can tell which is the right side and which is the wrong side.
Okay.
I consider this the right side,
Okay.
and that's the wrong side. But if you like this side better, by all means use that as your right side.
Now this is my right side. This is my wrong side.
Okay. So we're just going to place toe, join A on any stitch on this outside edge of the toe. So we're just going to join it the way we did that other color when we were putting the soles together.
It's so colorful.
Okay, so, but we ended at the heel.
Yes, we're not working with that color now. We're not working with that color. We're joining the color to this one, the same color as this one to this one.
I don't get it.
So what happened with you, Pam, is when you did your you did yours correctly, but because we've only got that's right. Anyway, use the other color on this for now. Use the green on that. Once you've got both,
Do we do a slip knot?
yeah, and then you just
the
join
green?
it the same way we did the.
So we're holding the top towards us.
Okay, so you join that. Okay, you join it on any
Okay.
stitch. So then it says place toe and slipper. Crochet toe to slipper front, leaving 7 double crochet free across instep. When they say instep, I'm wondering if this is what they mean. Unless they consider that the instep. That's where I get confused. Jean, are you here? Because now we crochet this
Well,
together.
maybe the instep is where your
That's
foot goes in.
yeah, I mean, I don't consider that an instep, but that's
Or
you know what I mean? To me, the instep is the underneath instep of your foot. But on here, I think that's exactly what it means, Pam. Anyway, Um, do do do. So I'm just assuming that we take this now and we just crochet it along and just leave these 7 stitches undone. Does that make sense to you? That we just crochet around and leave these 7 stitches?
Like 7
Okay.
stitches on here.
Yeah. So, but we're going to attach it to this, right? So I'm thinking that I want it on this side. And so we kind of mark where the stitches go, and we're just going to crochet it in stitch for stitch. Does that make sense to you?
No.
Because it really doesn't. It just says place toe and slipper, single crochet, slow, blah, 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 toe to slipper front, leaving 7 across the instep. So I'm just assuming that we're going to go and take this yarn that we have just attached, and we're going to attach it to crochet through both the top and the side to join them together.
Kind of like what we did with this sole.
Yeah.
Well, what we were supposed to do, but what we didn't do.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so just single crochet those together.
Yep.
I'm going to have to do it the other way around. Change my positioning here.
Yeah.
So that I'm not working like backwards.
Yeah.
Have a hard enough time crocheting. I don't need to make it more difficult.
Oh, please don't. Please don't.
I think it helps having 3 different colors
Yeah.
for me. There's nothing that says that you have to have it all the same.
No.
But then I can see where my stitches are and what I need to do.
Right. Can I just suggest something? Because I just realized it as I'm doing it. We
Yeah.
should probably mark off where the 7 stitches are going to be in the middle, because otherwise our sides are going to be wonky. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
You know, so
Just realizing I probably should have started this so it's kind of hidden in there. So I'm going to redo that.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm pulling mine out. I need to know where my 7 stitches across the front is going to be. Join there, so that would be you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just have these little like twisty tie things that I had sitting here. I had 2 of them.
Yeah.
They're not yarn, but hey.
If it works, as long as it's marked, right?
Exactly. Okay.
I just think that it would be more comfortable as long as we make sure that we've kind of got it as even as possible, right?
Yeah. Close that door a little bit better so the cat doesn't pull it open.
Want to come and visit?
Yeah, they're not allowed in my craft room.
No.
I'm kind of a stickler about that. At least not free roaming. Like my son will bring them in here and stuff, and I just like, come on, the cats aren't allowed.
Yeah.
I want to show them off.
Well, I mean, cats like little spaces. My area would definitely be a hazard for cats.
I have so much fabric and so much yarn and everything else. I don't need that all like messed up by cat hair. And
Yeah.
I know some people don't mind about that, but
Yeah. Like for me, I got a book at the thrift store and they obviously had a cat because my eyes were running, my nose was running, I was itchy. I'm allergic to cats, right? So I
yeah.
brought the book home because I thought it would be a great addition for
Hello.
some really
You
cute.
want to say hi?
Hi.
Hiya, how are you?
Good.
Good.
That's my daughter Elizabeth.
Yep.
She's a wonderful reader now.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
you're the one.
3 years of school.
Perfect. You're the one your mom made those wonderful pants for with
Yep.
the beautiful.
Yeah, you want to show them?
Those are so pretty.
Mom made them inside one night. And
I
those are
know.
Emma's pants.
Your
Yeah.
mom's pretty darn talented. You're pretty lucky there.
Yep. And it was colorway. It's at school.
For the color day at school? She
Yeah,
made them
color wars, yeah.
specifically?
Yep. And
And I guess the second graders won because their color was blue. Well, if you would just wear your school uniform, of course you're going to have blue on. So it was a given for the second graders to win.
Aw.
But the third graders were second.
It was
Yep.
fixed.
Exactly.
And tomorrow I had to wear pink on that day.
Yep.
And tomorrow I didn't want to wear any of my pink clothes.
Well, I don't blame them.
Yeah. So tomorrow let's wear it red.
Well, his shirt was red, yeah. But it was like a,
Light pink.
yeah.
And then Daniel had to wear orange.
Yep.
Orange. Daniel's day had to wear orange.
Quite the colorful school yesterday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, those pants are gorgeous, aren't they, Jan? Oh, wonderful fabric.
Yep.
Yeah, she saw it on my bed. She's like, oh, I want this one.
I don't blame
Yeah.
her.
Because I just had it sitting there because I had it folded up on my bed because, that's where I like to fold stuff up and keep it until I need to use it sometimes.
Yeah.
Because it's just me in the bed, so.
I
Yep.
love
That's in half of it then, right?
Yep.
I found your candy sass.
Oh, you found some candy stash?
Yes.
Oh no.
It's okay.
And I
It's
know it
Saturday.
all
I bought a big bag of
candy.
it's got like Reese's peanut butter cups and
Kit Kat.
Hershey's bar and the cookies and cream Hershey's and
Kat.
Kit Kats and Whoppers.
Nice.
No way
It's a
you.
big bag that I got from Sam's Club.
I knew where you hid your candy, Zoe. Mom, I always know where you hide them.
Oh, okay.
Time to find a new hiding place, Pam?
No. Because they can only come down here if I'm down here.
Okay.
Yep, Mom.
They don't have access to my craft room unless I give them access because I lock my door when I go out.
Yep, but no one can
Because I have a little padlock that I put on the door to keep it locked when I'm not here.
That makes sense.
Yep, but zero strangers can come.
Otherwise, the kids would probably leave the door open and then the cats would come in or they would come in and cut stuff up.
Yeah. Helping.
Yeah. They've done that before. They've come in and I was working on a project and I had it sitting on my desk. It was a pen holder that I was working on. I come back down and it's all cut up.
Oh.
And I was like, oh no.
Yeah. Well,
It was not very happy.
no.
The door open by accident because they forget. And sometimes that's me.
And so that's when I decided, okay, well, I'm getting a padlock and I'm locking it each time because I can't risk having my projects. Like my son came down here a couple minutes ago and I had my pair of scissors sitting right next to my skein of yarn and he was going to cut the end of it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nope, you're not doing that.
Nope.
Was it Timo?
Yep. It was Timo. He was going to cut my yarn.
And Mom, do you think I can say some of these with Timo?
Yeah.
Oh, and Timo?
Okay.
And sometimes Timo comes into
I'm
it.
to my mark.
Sometimes Timo comes into it, Mom.
So now we end it.
Usually he's
that color.
outside playing with Junior.
We end it.
When
Okay.
Junior comes outside.
So we cut it and end it,
Timo
right?
loves
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
boys, so-
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So now your toe part's attached.
Yep.
So now we go back to this one. So it says pick up B, chain 2, work half double crochet in front loop. And we go all the way around, including on this. Does that make sense to you? So now we're
Oh,
going
it
to do
says toe and slipper, single crochet, 2 slipper front, leaving 7 double crochet, 3 across and step end off A. Okay. Turn slipper to wrong side.
Yeah.
So it says we're supposed to flip it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we do half double crochet, chain 2.
So pick up B. So we're going back to what we were doing before though, right?
Right.
Back over here.
Yeah. So you chain 2 and half double crochet in each stitch around.
So chain 2. Half double crochet.
Ooh. Then what did cat skin? No. Funny. Yeah, I just get my fingers away inside here. And also some of the cats. goodness. Come on, can I show you where we found the hazes scene? Inside here. I know. Inside here.
I
And
didn't do it in the front
come
loop.
on.
And don't forget, we're doing it in the front loops.
You want to tie this? I have one.
Okay.
The on my bit and see what place is that. Maybe do the same. Let's do it to that, okay?
I forgot, so I had to pull
It
back.
makes it look weird always having it in the front loop.
Yeah, but when you've got it on the other side, when you look at it, it gives a nice row
Yeah.
stitches, right? So this side does look kind of goofy, but the right side looks very pretty. So, Jan, are we going to have a crochet along for the cat house cave thing?
I went on their website and I found they had like a couple other kind of cat caves too.
Yeah?
They didn't have the one that she gave us the pattern for on their website anymore, but they had a bunch of other ones.
Ah.
But obviously they don't have that yarn in stock either.
Yeah. Well, I think that if we did it and had like a nylon cord or something that we could crochet over, it would make it stiff. So that it would be like
Yeah.
a basket. Because I've made baskets that way in the past over rope, nylon rope. What are you doing, Kim? Where are you going now?
Well, it says to work on the instep, which is the part that goes across your foot.
Yeah. Yeah. So there'll be.
Take off my marker here so it's not in my way.
Yeah.
I have those little bulb pins and stuff that I could use for markers. They're probably right here in this drawer right next to me, but these were nice and close. So,
Yep. Hey, it works, right? Like,
exactly.
use what you've got. I was talking to Ron about that this morning. Right now, there's a online course on how to organize your paper stash and craft room and stuff. You have to sign up for the course, and I signed up for it. And it started yesterday, and you've got 1 hour lectures, and they show you these videos of how to store your bits and pieces. And I looked at how pristine this lady's craft room was. She's just a card maker, so she just has paper craft things. So she was keeping her stencils in a binder, and I
Yeah.
tried that, but I don't have shelf space for all these binders, right?
Yeah.
And so she was using, fancy binders. I'm not that kind of a. I don't have like you see my desk. My entire basement is like this because I do more than paper crafts,
Yeah.
obviously. So I've been procrastinating about going to the rest of any of the lectures because I don't know if I would get things that are actually going to help me organize this conglomeration.
Yeah.
I find when I organize things, I can't find anything because it's not right at my fingertips anymore under this pile of
Oh,
such and
mhm.
such, right?
Yeah.
I would probably use a really light cord, Jan. Um, I haven't been to a hardware store to see what's available. Of course, I had spools of that cord because when my dad passed, we got the cottage and there were spools of nylon rope that I used for cro- crocheting and because it was too late for anything else, or we figured it was too late for anything else. Yeah, like Jan, when you're using, I don't know what kind of yarn you're planning on using. I thought of using t-shirt yarn, which means I would have to make some, but that's no big deal. Um, so maybe the t-shirt yarn would be firm enough that it would hold up because it's a thick yarn, right? Or if we were using this like this kind of yarn, we would need a smaller rope because it's not going to cover the rope and you want it to be cozy and look cute, right? I mean, t-shirt yarn is easy enough to make.
And then it just taking a piece of like knit that you'd use for a t-shirt and cutting it into strips.
Yeah, you could do it that way. Or I was going to just, use old t-shirts and there's a way to cut it so that you get a long length out of it. Or you could just cut it in 1 inch strips and loop it together. You know what I mean? Because it would be in a loop and then you would just attach them like you would for elastics kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because I mean, at our thrift store, we can get like a shopping bag full of t-shirts for $5. So
So
I
as
mean,
many as you can vicariously stuff in that bag.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah, here did that. We don't have that kind of thing here.
Yeah.
Although there is going to be a clothing exchange thing down at the artist. It's like an artist reuse store.
Okay.
Um and they're going to do like a clothing exchange, but they also do like art supply exchange type thing too.
Right.
So people can take in their art supplies and other people can grab them
No.
because they're just set on a table, so it's kind of like a free for all type thing.
Yeah.
But when I was there, I found a couple skeins of yarn that were part of the craft thing, and then I also found a there was a bag that had some spools of thread and stuff in it. But
Mhm.
that wasn't part of the free for all. That was part of like one of the things that they were selling as a
Yeah.
reuse thing. But it was still cool. Oh, I guess I made my way back to the end. I was wondering why I had that weird end there.
Yeah. So then you do a slip stitch join.
Okay, hold on. Okay. Slip stitch join.
Okay. So now we are on
Row 5.
row 5. So it says
Chain
chain 4.
4.
So now what this is it's chain
It's all
4
it
is
so it
considered.
kind of goes like that so you can
Yes.
put that
Yes. So you
in
weave
it.
the cord through and then tie a bow. So you chain 4. So it's considered a double crochet plus the chain 1. And then it says skip 1 stitch, double crochet in next stitch.
Okay.
And you do that all the way around. Chain 1, double crochet. Chain 1, double crochet. Chain 1, double crochet, skip 1, double crochet. Does that make sense? Okay, so you're double crocheting in every other stitch. So you do a double crochet, a chain 1,
Hold on.
chain 1, yep. Miss the next stitch, double crochet,
Double crochet, chain 1. Right?
yeah. Skip 1 stitch below and go in the next so that it's every other stitch has a double crochet in it with a chain 1 between. Right?
I don't know.
So you've got a double crochet, you miss, okay, double crochet,
Okay, the first one.
double crochet, chain 1, yarn, do a yarn, miss the next stitch, and double crochet in the next stitch.
Okay, so we did a double crochet. So then we chain up 1.
Chain 1,
And then we skip that step and go to this next one.
yeah, you skip 1 and go into the next so that the chain 1 makes up for the stitch on this row that you missed.
Okay. All right, chain up 1. Skip and go into the next one. If I can remember to do my double crochet before I go in it. Okay.
How's it going, Pam?
It's going okay. I think I'm figuring it out.
Thanks, Jen. At least we don't have to pico around the edge on this.
Thank goodness. I think I would skip that part if that was the case. I'd probably say I don't want a picot on my foot. I just have to remember to do my double crochet stitch. Okay. Chain one.
So it should look like this, Pam.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting there.
Yay.
I just keep going into my space and forgetting to yarn over before I go in.
Oh.
So I have to, so it's taking me a little bit longer. I keep trying to do a single crochet as I'm going instead of the double. Yeah.
What kind of pizzas you making today, Jan? Do you have to do a variety? Are they bringing toppings? I'm so curious. I'm so nosy, eh? Are you making the crusts? Did you buy crusts? Did you make the sauce? What a
She
hag.
wants all the details.
Yeah, I'm such a hag. Well, the thing is that her significant other is my husband's brother. So when they talk on the phone, they compare notes. So,
Yeah.
so she's having a pizza party. I don't know if I'm going to end up having a pizza party because my husband went there for a visit and she does brunch with bacon and crepes and all that stuff. And so I ended up having to do Sunday brunch things too.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
You know, I'm sure I have enough old t-shirts laying around from like kids and stuff.
Yeah. It's just going to make it more colorful. That's all. It's going to be a fun house. I don't think the cats will care as long as they can get in and it's cozy and they can hide.
Exactly. I guess I would have to figure out how to make t-shirt yarn.
Yeah.
I've never done it before, so.
Seriously, I think the easiest way to go would be is if you cut, like, you had your t-shirt lying flat and you just cut strips, 1-inch strips or half-inch strips across, and then you loop them together like you do elastic bands.
Yeah.
And you just pull it tight and just make a big ball that way. I think that
So
would be
it's like a double strength, so it's got like two rings on each thing.
Yeah, and then you'd use a fair-sized needle or hook to crochet it, because you want it reasonably tight so it's got body, like it's got structure. Because I have done it out of yarn and it's just been like floppy and wasn't used. Mushrooms, onions, peppers, pepperoni. No mushrooms on Joe's. No veggies on Jade's. Yeah. Oh,
I don't like mushrooms.
oh, I love mushrooms.
A fungus that grows out of the ground, it's just,
Yeah. No, for some reason, I
it's
love
just
them.
not my cup of tea.
I get it. I
Mom,
understand.
My husband doesn't like them either.
tomato.
Like, if they're on something, sometimes we'll eat them, but if we have a choice, we'll just, like,
Go
not.
to the middle.
Yeah.
What in the middle of the house?
The kitchen,
No,
the bathroom.
no. It will out the to the door.
The food?
No, it will out the to the door.
The scooters?
No, the to the. The to the.
I have no idea.
No, the middle floor and the house. What? Mom, let's come up.
All the bedrooms?
No. Where we sit and not eat.
Where we sit?
Yeah.
The front room?
No.
Oh, the computers?
Yeah.
Okay, what about it?
No.
We haven't had a
But I
quick
need you
breakfast
to
for a
help
long time, Jan. Meg's working
my
at the
sister,
corner store
another one.
as well, so she's got 2 jobs. Dee's working, Em's not here, Caleb's now working.
Mom,
It's crazy.
I need help.
Okay.
Yeah.
For a minute, I
Yeah.
was like, am I doing this right?
Mom,
I
Mom,
I had to remember that, yes, I'm doing it right, because I'm doing a double crochet and not a half double crochet.
We love them, and the third one that you started, you for me. And now we got the third one was hard.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, well that one, one
Time.
help on you. Okay. Mom, can you help me on
Okay,
you?
so
You would end with a chain 1 and slip
Can you
stitch
help me?
in the 3rd chain of your beginning 4.
like all the way over to this.
Yeah.
And you do like just a slip stitch, so you don't
So
do
you
it.
do a chain 1. Don't do a chain 1.
Yeah, I got a chain 1.
Okay. Yeah, and then into that one, slip stitch.
Okay.
Yeah, John, you guys have been doing that for a long time.
Mom.
So it looks like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, last row.
Mom.
And
Follow me.
the last row is 2 single
Follow
crochet
me.
and each
Follow
row
me.
space.
Follow
So do we chain 1 up at all, or?
I would.
Okay. So 2.
Follow me.
And then in every space you just
Follow
do
me, Mom.
around.
Okay, so
Follow me.
we go over here and we do 2 single crochets in
Follow
each
me.
space.
Yeah. And then you miss the double crochet and then 2 single crochet in the space. Miss the double crochet, 2 single crochet in the space. Does that make sense? You don't put one in the double crochet. You just go in the spaces.
Yeah. Okay, I got my 2 single crochets in that one.
Mom.
And so do you chain up 1 each time, or?
Nope. You just do the chain 1 is at the very beginning, and then you just do single crochets around.
Yeah. Mom.
What?
But like you,
Yeah?
I tried the wrong part. No, I made it wonder.
Okay. I better go see what he wants real quick.
Okay. Yeah, I would have to do a whack load of pizzas like that too. I can't even begin to imagine how many pizzas I'd have to make with those teenage boys. Yeah, these are very cute slippers. And once the pattern's figured out, I don't think that they should take that long to do. We didn't do double soles on these because Pam wanted to know how to get the sides done and everything. But they call for a double sole, so I'm going to pull this back and add another sole to it because I've done crocheted slippers in the past and I think I would like to have a double sole. I think that would be much more comfortable. But the confusing part was you do the sole and then it tells you to make the toe. So the toe is a totally separate piece. So you do it and you put it aside and leave it, right? So I think that's where it was kind of confusing for Pam. But these are really, really cute. So that would be the last row is doing the crochet around. No, it's not easier actually. Ask me how I know. They like to have pizza when they're here, so I have made pizza with them and I get them to put their own toppings on. It might be better now because they do a lot of cooking at home, but when they were making their own pizzas here, toppings wouldn't be level, so it just wasn't a good scene. Hi Beth, welcome, welcome. We are crocheting little slippers. So I have just finished my first, well, it's not finished yet. This part of the crocheting's done. I just have to do the tie for it. Crochet and it's inside out. Because you work on it inside out. So it's like this. And they're supposed to have a double sole, but we've just done single sole because Pam wanted to know how to get the toes and everything attached. So it's a prototype of a pair of slippers. And I've got a feeling that I followed the pattern, and for a medium slipper, it said to do 8 rows. A small was 7 rows. I did the 8 rows, but that looks kind of big, so I'll have to try it and see if I need to pull it back and do some more stuff. Did you see the bookmarks finished, Beth? You said you fell asleep during my live yesterday. I wanted to show you. That's the finished bookmark. And then it goes the page, on the page, like this. You slip it over. So he's peeking out the top, and that's the back of the page. So it looks like he's climbing the fence or hanging on the fence. So I put this body thing, I outlined him and I did it and left. He's on my group page if you want to make some. So Pam, I did this a medium size and I'm looking at it and I'm going to have to try it because I think it's pretty big.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would fall off for me. I think what I would have to do is take 1 row out for sure for me. Or maybe once it's tied, it would be better. I don't know. But I'm
You
thinking
can try it on your foot and
I
see.
just I just tried it on my foot and it was pretty darn loose.
Yeah.
But like I say, I did a medium and I think I'll have to do a small for me. Either that or wear really fat socks.
Well, what size shoes do you normally wear?
I usually wear an 8, 8.5.
That's about me too. So I'm glad I went with the small.
Yeah. Big jar of finished things made like that, like this, the slippers, or this guy. The
I
cat.
wonder if my daughter's given the dogs a bath yet because it's 12 o'clock.
Yeah. What time is she coming to pick them up?
Like 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Ah,
Well, because I hear the water heater going.
yeah.
Is Brianna giving the puppies a bath?
Mom.
Timo, is Brianna giving the puppies a bath?
No.
No?
Yeah. And not and yeah.
That'd be cute, Beth. A jar full of bits.
Mom, and I had the left tied the tie and I want the one tied.
It turned out.
Okay. And
Okay, you can have the treat. You can have the toy inside, but I get the
food.
I get the chocolate inside.
Okay. Mom. I need to
Is that a
eat.
Kinder surprise?
Then you can
What?
Is that a Kinder surprise? No.
Oh, let me take the
that.
scoop. Yeah, it's the little Kinder Joy egg.
Yeah. I thought you couldn't get those down there.
Oh yeah, we have them down here.
Will do, Beth. Thanks for popping in.
If you go to the grocery store, they're like $1.50, almost $2 at the grocery store.
Yeah.
But you go to Sam's Club, they're still kind of expensive, but they're not as bad. But you go to Sam's Club and you can buy them in bulk.
Okay.
So I guess it's like 12 per case, but it's only like $12. So you're actually saving some money buying it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Packaged than buying them each individually.
Yeah.
I think it was Kellyanne. She was doing something with her Ferrero Rocher tin, like a little plastic thing the other night.
Yeah.
And they were saying that they don't like Ferrero Rocher, and I'm like, really? I like Ferrero Rocher. I especially like the little egg ones, like that Sam's Club does during like a month before Easter that they end up having in stock.
Okay. I don't think I've had Ferrero Rocher eggs.
Yeah, I'll grab one and show it to you in just a second. They have a chocolate one, and then they have the regular kind one.
Okay. I actually I didn't manage to find. I've been wanting for a while because one of my friends teased me with it. Arrow makes Black Forest truffle bars now, like Black Forest cake truffle bars, arrow bars.
Really?
And I have wanted one since she teased me with it because I love cherry and chocolate together.
Yeah.
And I have not been able to find one out here for love nor money. And my daughter found one in the city and she bought it for me. And I am just hoarding that. It's just like a regular sized chocolate bar, and I might be halfway done. I'm only eating like one little slice a day, so it lasts. It's crazy. See, I can't even remember the last time I've been into a Walmart, Jan. That's probably it, right? Like, I just don't shop. Or I'm trying to be very conscious. It's an arrow, like an arrow bar, like the fluffy, full of holes chocolate ones. And they do truffle, the Black Forest truffle one, and another one. Hi, Brenda. Welcome, welcome.
Hi, Brenda. I don't think I said hi to Beth when I came back in. Sorry about that, Beth.
She said she went to get things done. She'll see us later.
Well, she wants us to post our finished items on her page.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm like right at this point.
Yeah. So you just join it like you would. It just, you know,
Like we would like a slip stitch.
slip stitch, join, end off. And that's your slipper. I'm not going to end it off because I'm pulling mine back so that I can do another sole on it.
Yeah. Well,
It's
this is my
incredible.
prototype, so I can look at it later and be able to like, oh, this is what I want to do.
Yeah. So now,
this is like my prototype, kind of like swatch,
yeah.
so that I have it to look at. So
Right.
now we have to flip it back around so it's the right side out.
Yeah. Isn't that cute? And then you would do that chain 70 with both strands and weave it through and tie the bow at the front.
It's kind of perfect on me.
You didn't do that other row though, right? Like,
Yeah, I think I only did 6.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want it to be too big
Right.
But I think it worked out perfect.
Excellent. Definitely think that a double sole will be better.
Oh, yeah. I probably could have done that extra row just so that was. But I think it works out good.
Excellent. Looks good. Looks really good. What do you think?
I like it. I like my 3 collars too.
Well, you're not limited to 2. You could even
No. Well,
switch it
because
on.
I have this red yarn here, okay?
Yeah.
That I was thinking about using for the sole. Only for the sole part because I want it to be extra thick and cushiony on the sole.
Yeah.
So I had this red yarn. It's one I got from trying to think if it's one I got from Hobby Lobby or if it's one, might have been. Or is it, no, this is probably one I got from from Walmart. Because it has a reduced sticker on it, and I think that's a Walmart sticker.
Okay.
But, yeah, I think this is a Walmart. But
So-
it's like extra thick.
Yeah, so if you're doing it,
It's like a size 6.
do what I would suggest doing then is do one in the regular yarn that you did,
Yeah.
and then do that one with just enough stitches to fit. Does that make sense? So that just like for a sewing pattern, the sole would be your pattern. So then you would do that yarn so it just fits the sole exact kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it might be less stitches, which is fine. You
Yeah.
just know then to adapt when you're putting them together.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because this would make it like bigger, obviously.
Oh, definitely, yeah. But that definitely would make a nice thick sole. Were you still thinking of
Yeah.
doubling it for the sole?
Yeah. So I would do this on the inside, I think.
Yeah.
And then the outside one, I would do a different color. Or the same color, but a different yarn.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, definitely. I would try it. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I think it turned out pretty nice. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
I'm excited.
So the only difference being is that you would do the double sole. I myself am going to rip mine back so that it's a little bit shorter because it's too big for me.
Yeah.
But I'm going to still use the color combination, double the sole, but I'm just going to use the gray both sides for the sole.
Yeah.
And yeah. Well, this was fun and it worked out very well.
Thank you so much.
So, like I said, you just, for doing the string, use both yarns at once to crochet the string to go through. And yeah, nice and fun. Okay, Jan, thanks for coming.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
We shall talk to you. Well, I'll talk to you soon.
Now I gotta start all over and make 4 soles to.
Yeah. But at least now that you know, and it'll go fast.
Yeah.
It's just the initial working out of the patterns that seems to take that bit of time.
Yeah, and having the video to go back on and like remind me if I need to, I can do that too. So
yeah.
All right.
Well,
appreciate it.
Thanks, you guys, for being here and checking us out. And it was a blast. We've done the pattern. I wrote it all out in big print so that you should be able to see it as we went along.
This is what it looks like.
Yeah.
And I also posted it in one of the groups too.
Yeah.
So if they wanted to go back and look at the actual pattern in the group.
Yeah, that would work
too. They can do that too.
Perfect. All right. I'm going to sign this off. Appreciate you guys and see you soon.
All right. Bye, guys.